You.
Sorry.
No,
Me
you're all
too.
good, man. I had my first day of uni yesterday.
Oh yes, is that why you're super tired today?
Yeah. So I
Hmm.
woke up late. I like had everything set, ready to go, and then somehow slept through my alarm. Woke up at 7:30. I was like, holy shit! Like I planned on leaving by 8 because it's such a long drive in traffic. Managed to have
You can
like
still get ready by 8, can't you?
I managed to have the quickest shower because I needed to wash my hair and get everything done. Yeah, I got out the door by like 8:10, but then realised I wasn't wearing my glasses and I couldn't see, so then I had to find them. I know, right? How many times I get in my car and I'm like, why can't I see? Oh, that's right.
Is
Ridiculous.
that not a condition on your license?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Well,
But I didn't realise, like half asleep. But anyway, I went back and got them. I made it to class in time, thankfully, so that worked out well. Class was awesome. Um, but I also had like my appointment with the urologist. I'm really struggling to keep my eyes open. I'm sorry. I had my appointment with the urologist in hospital yesterday at 3:45. So I stayed on campus until I had to leave for that. She let me film my appointments too, so that's cool. Um, so I had to do a flow test. So like I was there and then I had to like scull all this water and then she got called away and I was just like, oh my God, the timing. Like I thought I was
you're like, hold
dying.
it, hold it, hold
It
it.
was so excruciating. It was terrible, eh? Um, so I finally got to do the flow test and then I had an ultrasound. And the results are my flow is down, but the ultrasound showed that my bladder was emptying. And I was
Mhm.
like, it may say that. I was like,
Good.
but it doesn't feel like it. So I'm now officially on a waiting list for Botox surgery to be injected into my bladder. I know, hardcore, right?
At least it's happening.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I'm
first step is always find the issue. Second step is then treat the issue.
yeah. So I'm glad I'm on the waiting list for that. But by the time I finished and in traffic on the way
How do they get the
home,
Botox into your in there? What do they do?
surgery. So I like proper. I'll be put under, and it'll be like full surgery, and then they, I don't know, inject it in for what I can tell.
Is it at least keyhole?
I don't know the answers to that. I just asked if I'd be out of it, and she was like, yes. And I was like, that's what matters. So, yeah.
Okay.
Um, but I didn't get home until like 6 o'clock or after 6 o'clock. So, by the time I came home and had some food, I was just exhausted. So, I've literally been
Did
up
you not
since.
eat food throughout the day yesterday at the
Oh,
place
yeah,
at
yeah, I
uni?
did. I did. But I mean, like dinner.
Yeah.
Actually, the uni was giving away free food. It was awesome.
Wow. I didn't
Um,
go there. Let me
I know,
tell you.
I know, right? So, no, I'm just exhausted. So I've decided moving forward since Wednesday. My dog's losing it. He's just, he's on the couch over there. He's just going around
Oh
and around
yeah,
in
there he is.
circles.
Hey, buddy.
Um, I feel bad because I know I need to take him out and go for a walk, but I can't keep my eyes open, so I might have to wait till tomorrow. But I think moving forward, except for when I have appointments with you, because they're all on a Thursday, I'm just going to have Thursday as my day because I can't function. um, here's
And
some
sometimes you just need that break. And
exactly.
while you have the capacity to do that, and you have a schedule that allows you the flexibility, why would you not consider? This is you going back to school. This is you setting up your future. This is like about us.
Yeah,
What's the expression? Stacking the deck in your favor. We want to do all the things that we can do to make you more likely to win at this.
exactly. Oh man,
So
there's
give
freaking.
yourself permission to have a break. Is he all right?
No, the neighbours are like insane. Hey, once couples moved out, more people have moved in. All I ever hear is yelling and screaming and
Is it the
cars
same
and
people that threw
yeah.
the lawnmower over your fence?
No, they're the dickheads with the kids. These are the people with the ice.
Oh,
But anyway, I'm protected. Angels surround me in my house, so I'm all good. I just ignore them. Though I must admit, the amount of time the cops are here out the front is unbelievable. Eh? But anyway, so something did happen that I was not expecting. So you know how like I've decided to do one unit. Like I was really happy, really good, like flowing. I've been having the best time. It was, so when was it? Well, today's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Monday I decided to have off because I was just wrecked, yeah? Like I've just done so much housework, so much gardening, just getting all my stuff done, feeling really good with life. And, you
So,
know,
and yet still learning the art of the shades of gray and not doing everything or nothing. Cool. Okay.
yeah. No, I wasn't, no, because I was taking breaks. Like with my vacuuming,
Okay.
usually I start and I won't stop until the whole house is dusted, vacuum, this, that, everything else. And I remembered, no, that's going to fuck me up. So I took heaps of breaks and I did it the right way. And I'd been listening to my textbook and I've listened to the first chapter multiple times. So I was feeling really confident. And then for whatever reason, that's why I see you. On Tuesday, I went to sit down and like refresh my memory for class yesterday and just had this full blown panic attack, flipped out, started crying, freaking out. The only way I managed to calm down was make my videos as I do. And it was just like, what the frick is happening? And like I was able to pull myself out of it. So I focused on how fast I was able to pull myself out of it. But it was like,
Did you establish what happened? Oh my God, your nails are so good right now.
look, I bought myself a pretty ring.
Oh, you did too.
Yeah, so I had to do my nails so they looked okay. I've been looking for
They're
a
like
ring.
perfectly done. There's no cracks or anything. Wow.
I bought $3.50 60-second dry stuff. And
Nice.
yeah. But I wanted a ring this color in this shape for so long, and I'm just so happy. It was such a good
Is
price.
it called marquee shape? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, that's it. But I think it was
Okay,
just
so doing the video, tell me when you do, this is what you do, right?
yeah.
This is I've known you a long time. You go into these situations, you
Mhm.
dysregulate a little bit, and then historically, you would not have the skills to get yourself out of it. Now, using the videos or whatever other forms of self-validation that you're looking for, you often can find a way through it and re-regulate your emotions, which is great.
Which is what I did.
I really like that. And in the process of doing the videos give you a really unusual perspective, because self-validation without the videos sometimes it will work in the moment, but it doesn't allow you to reflect later about
100%.
what it is, the content that you talk. So when you need regulation, you talk it out.
Absolutely.
So when you looked at it, what's the issue?
I think it was the fact that it was the day before, and I think it was because I hadn't done anything on the Monday except fully rest and have a bath. And I was really good because on the Tuesday morning, I even made a video saying, I'm so excited, I'm not stressed, I'm really good with where I'm at, it's all going to be great. And then I went to do stuff, and it was just that inner critic who went, it just got me like, you haven't done enough, you're not prepared. I remember, okay, because you know how at the beginning of the year I was like, I'm going to study. I've got my hallway full of notes. I planned on walking into this unit knowing it all. And
All
because
the homework done.
because I didn't actually do that, my ego and a critic starts screaming at me, you're failing, how could you be so stupid, how are we starting classes tomorrow, as in yesterday, and you didn't do what you'd say you do, and you failed, and blah blah blah. And I just listened to the bullshit until I turned my camera on and talked it out.
So you bought the I'm a failure story.
Yes, but I got rid of it really quickly. I focused on the fact that yes, I did spiral, but not nearly like I would have.
Did you?
I don't know, it's a hard one. Like I did cry. I definitely cried and I got all upset, but then I was like, this is ridiculous, and then started talking it out to my camera. And I got there. Like I'm really happy with where I'm at. Like
Do you still believe that Monday was a failure? Because I see Monday very differently.
when I look back, I guess not, because I had worked so hard throughout the weekend, like, and I
And
needed the
when-
bath and I needed all of that.
When we talk about things, we talk about balance, right?
Mm.
We've talked about needing to put petrol in your own car.
Mm-hmm.
So what you said is, I'd worked really hard. I was a bit flat and tired. I engaged in some, I'm paraphrasing, I engaged in some self-care in the form of a bath and doing my nails or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I took a break to refresh myself to face the next day challenges of starting university.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's why I see you, because you help me see
So
that.
that's a good thing that you did, Liv, actually.
Yeah,
Because historically, circa 1 year ago, you would have never taken that day off, and you would have pushed, and then Tuesday would have come, and you would have slept through your alarm, which you did a whole survey. That's not funny. And
I
then,
made it though, so that's the main
and then
thing.
you would not have gone, and then you would have thrown your hands up in the air and just said, "Fuck it, I'm done."
Yeah, that's exactly what would have happened. Like
So
when I woke up the hour, like I had my alarm set for 6 a.m. yesterday. Then it was 7:30, and I even in that split second went, old Liv would have just said fuck it and done that particular one online, but I didn't. I got there, and I was so proud of myself.
and I am also proud of you. So then let's talk about the things of, do you really need to set your alarm for 6 a.m.?
Yeah, it's funny when you say that, because I was like, why did I have it set for 6 a.m. when,
Because you
like,
were really, really, really perfectionistic.
yeah, I'm starting to see that in
And
the
you're
videos I make.
overcompensating for, you're like, I have to be there, I have to be there, I have to be there. It's like you're that person that turns up to the airport 5 hours before your flight.
Yeah, I am. That is me.
No,
I
I
am
have
that
to turn up,
person.
what, like in 2 hours? I don't even know how many hours I work.
I know, no, you're
At the
right.
moment, like 5 hours, because, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm hearing you, but like you said, I'm focusing on the good, in the sense that I do turn my camera on, I do talk everything out, and it was in that moment I was like, I'm doing the best I can, and that's all I can ask of myself. And that's when I started thinking, if
Oh my
I
God,
had
it's like you've been coming to therapy. Wow, yeah.
I love it. And then I started looking at it as if I had a friend saying to me all the things that my inner critic was saying to me, I was thinking, like, what would I say to them? And there's no way I would allow someone else to feel as terrible as I do, because I didn't walk in knowing it all. Like, it's ridiculous, you know? So
Because until you learn the content, you can't know it all, right? And even when you learn the content, you can't know it all, because you still have to continue learning,
exactly.
particularly in this field.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that, eh? And like for example, I am doing the one unit, as you know, and it's a 30% exam, which is online, open book, so that's cool. But the other two assignments are based on social media. And I was like, oh crap. I was like, yeah, social media addiction. So we have to do all these surveys. So that, like, we have the choice of doing our own survey and then getting 3 people who know us to do it. So it's based on real data, or doing it on the fake data, which we were told would be boring. So I was like, well, what about those of us who don't have social? I think the late teacher really wasn't expecting that, like, who doesn't have social, apparently, right? And she's like, had this look on her face, and I was like, I don't have the regular socials. I was like, but I do have my own website and a YouTube channel. I was like, can we use that? She's like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'm like, thank God. So I found 3 people who were willing to do it for me. I've already started reading the reading. I've worked through and gotten like I'm probably further ahead than most people, because I have like listened and read the textbook. I've read notes. I've watched the videos. I've been doing stuff. It's just that my inner critic never thinks it's enough. But I'm learning
I'm pretty
to
sure
get
that we have I'm going to go with 400 appointments talked about the I'm not good enough thing. Where is it on your wall?
up there. It's massive. Good enough
So
is
you
good
know
enough.
what it says,
Yeah.
and yet. So here we
Yeah.
go. What does it say?
But I think like I'm focusing on the fact that I am getting there. You know what I mean? Like I'm
So
seeing
you're
it.
starting to agree with the concept that maybe it's okay that you're not perfect, and good enough eventually might be good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
So
I'm
it's
seeing that. Like it's definitely happening.
Yeah.
YouTube took my video down, so I took that as a universal sign to not do topless videos. Not that all of my followers were happy about that. They all tried to convince me to go to an adults only do that. And I was like, no, universe said don't do it. It's all good. It's not for me.
There are some websites where you can do that, and that's fine. Like, no judgment from anybody, but at the same time, like, pick your audience and pick your moments.
I want to be a public speaker, and oh my God, you are amazing. I wanted to say thank you to you. You have change my life. Like, we already know you're changing my life, but in a very specific way. Last time we talked, I told you what was going on with work and the ridiculous feedback and the 2-page letter and the bullshit.
Maybe why do you do this for other people when you could do it for yourself?
Exactly.
Like, and I get it. Yeah.
And obviously since then, I've been really thinking about it and thinking about like my topics, thinking about what I want to do. I've got so many topics, but it hit me. You said something along the lines of, I don't have to recreate the wheel. We just make it work for ourselves. And that's when I realized there are so many people who either want therapy but can't for whatever particular reason, or there are lots of people who need therapy but are unwilling to admit it, right? So there's two lots of different people. And when you were like, we don't need to recreate the wheel, so I started thinking about that, and then I started thinking about the workshop I've done, and I realized my audience is definitely not university students or high school students. My audience is more mature, and I've been talking about it with my followers, because there's this person in Scotland, for example, who talks to me all the time, and he's helping me figure like stuff out. Anyway, I realized, and I know it's going to take work and all that stuff, but that's cool, that the topic that I want to do to begin with is basically help people the way you help me in in a workshop setting, teaching some of the coping skills. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of these skills that you've taught me are like literally changing my life. Well, they are changing my life. And like,
so doing peer support work.
Well, yeah, but I guess, again, it's just that I have a different audience. So my boss is back, and I received an email yesterday saying, there's a lot in this that we need to unpack. So, can you book a time to talk to me face to face? So that's booked for Tuesday for an hour thing. And I'm just like, because now I'm looking at this through the perspective of, I actually don't need them. I'm not going to not do anything. Like, if they want to fit me in, I've got a work meeting tomorrow for the 4 that we got, so that's all tomorrow. And I'm going to keep doing it because it's good. I'm learning. I get all the training through there and whatnot. But yeah, it hit me. There's so many different types of therapy techniques that help so many people.
Yeah.
But not everyone likes therapy. I personally think every single person on the planet should be in therapy. Would all be doing a lot better. Right? But not everyone's like
me. Not enough psychologists in the world for this, but we could try.
But do you see what I'm saying? And like, another thing, like, I know, like, the amount of...
It's like our group programs are set up. We as psychologists run the groups, and we have people with lived experience there to help interpret and buffer sometimes the theoretical stuff that doesn't always equate to people.
Exactly. Because I know some of the things that people get shitty about, and I talk about it on my channel and stuff, is that unless you've got lived experiences, like, you're awesome, you can see it, but I've had therapists, psychologists who just teach us shit out of a fucking textbook. I'm reading the textbook. I'm doing the degrees. It's very different.
I hope some of the stuff I teach you is in a textbook somewhere.
It is. Of course it is.
It's evidence-based care. Oh my God, I'm on camera.
You are fantastic. I've told you, I'm 36. Yeah, I have had so many freaking psychologists and psychiatrists,
and maybe this is a good thing for your followers to know, that whilst yes, your treatment has to be evidence-based, and yes, it has to be appropriate for what's going on for you at the time, there is a lot about therapy that doesn't have to do with the textbooks, and it's all about to do with the relationship and the trust 100%. And those non-therapeutic things that happen in the room. It's the fit. If it doesn't fit, find someone else.
Well, that's the thing.
It's so hard, and people don't come for treatment, if it's not a good fit. And even if you're the best of the best of the best at the textbook.
Oh, I completely agree. Like, as I've said, I've had years of therapy. It's taken a while. Like, the lady before you, I had 3 sessions with her, and I was like, not seeing you again. No, I'm sure you're a nice woman, whatever. I don't want to see you.
Let's hope they're a nice woman. I don't know who it was, but still.
I don't know. I don't want to do schema therapy and all that crap. Unless, don't tell someone you're an entitled person and then not fucking explain what it means. It took forever to get my head around that.
You do know that sometimes I throw in schema stuff, right?
Yes, but you make it make sense. You don't make my little ego perk its fucking thing up and go, the other woman did.
Well, tell Little Liv today.
Little Liv is sleepy. Yeah, Little Liv is sleepy. But I think my second Ritalin is kicking in as well as talking to you. So maybe my dog might get walked. So, like, generally,
Yay.
life's good. Like, I'm exercising, I'm walking the dog, my house is always clean, you know, I'm eating properly. I actually am in a good place for uni. I just have to keep remembering that.
Let's just keep it that way. And the way that we keep it that way is pacing ourselves
Yes, no, I
and
agree.
self-care. So
Yes.
it's not about waiting till the last minute. It's about pacing.
Mhm.
And it's not about doing it all right now. So it's not all now and it's not all later. It's pacing ourselves.
Yes, and I think I'm doing a lot better. Like our last
seem
therapy
more
session.
efficient.
Our last therapy session, I've watched like 3 times.
It's
Like,
extreme.
no, because it's so good. I'm telling you, all your clients filmed their therapy sessions. They'd probably really, it would help. Like, it's not
Somebody
about
else
this.
asked me if they could feel better. There's one more person out there.
You got to let them. Just don't put you on the camera. Just, you know, like, I can't even explain. Yes, I film everything because I'm a sharer. This is how I live my life. I do believe I'm meant to do that. But it's not just about my followers. It's about the fact that I can go back. That's what I said to the lady yesterday. I was like, my memory.
If it was about your followers, I wouldn't let you.
I know, exactly. It's not about that at all. But guess what though? Speaking about my channel, speaking about good things, you know how I'm constantly saying I hate technology, I'm not a technology person, blah, 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 right? Because I'm old school, yeah?
Mhm.
Well, that's not helping me at all. So I've been starting to teach myself slowly, different bits of technology, because it turns out once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can apply to start monetizing my stuff, right? So I'm at just under 300, right? Which I'm really proud about. And I was reading all this different stuff and I had all these like 10 steps. And one of the steps was to create a button that goes on the channel that is easy for people to subscribe. So it's a real simple thing instead of having to like think about it. And
Oh, that seems like not that simple for somebody like me.
that's exactly right. So I feel like you and
Our
I,
website's pretty poor. Like, let's talk about that.
well, I'm with
That's
you.
not easy.
I had to follow all of these instructions, but I did it. And I did it and I did it well. And just even thinking about it, because I fucking hate technology. Just the fact that I was able to do it, I can't even explain how happy it makes me feel. So I'm like really focusing on all the things that I am doing right. And it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. It's just that my ego's a dick. We're aware of this. You know, that's literally what I titled the video after the one where I cried. I was like, right, everyone, my ego's a dick, but I'm feeling better, you know? But,
Ego's always a dick. That's why it's called the ego.
I
Like,
know,
there's only 3.
I know. But I mean, now I guess too, like the fact that it's the first time I've ever been enrolled for just one unit, because normally, you know me, I'm enrolled for 2 or 3 and then I freak myself the hell out and then I cause myself all these issues and then I have to drop them. And the fact that I'm not in that situation is making it so much easier. Plus it turns
you
out,
didn't drop them last time, but God, it was a struggle there towards the end. Like, there was all that advocacy and all those people, and there was a lot of invalidation for you.
that last philosophy unit was not like me, that's why, because of
That
the
was
teacher and all
a
that crap.
challenge for everybody to see you go through.
Oh, I know. Turns out my new note taker though, because I constantly forget that I've got note takers until I like get the emails and they're like, tell us what time you're on campus, blah, blah, blah. So I've got this new note taker who obviously I've been emailing back and forth. And at one point she was like, you know, I hope I can help you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I said, I've only just recently, as in less than a year, been diagnosed with ADHD. So I'm still getting my head around it. And then she's like, oh, my son who's 34 just got diagnosed 2 months ago. So it's like, she's like, so I actually fully understand. And she's like, I will do whatever I can to help you. And I know I've got people on my side and it's good. And
The note takers, do you meet them somewhere and then
Well,
go together?
it's
Or how
funny.
does that even work?
So the last few obviously were all online because of COVID. So we were all doing
Oh,
everything online. When I got the email at the beginning of this trimester, originally the email was like, they'll be online, they'll be doing the recorded ones, right? whereas I'm on campus. But this woman was like, no, I'm coming to campus. She's like, she couldn't come yesterday because she's getting over the end of COVID herself. She's like, but I will be there. And I was like, oh my God, that would be freaking awesome to meet one of my note takers in person.
Do you decide what notes they take, or do they just take notes and then just send them to you?
They ask me how I want my notes done, and like what works best for me, but it's all trial and error for the first couple of weeks to see what works. So I've said to her, but I'm a very visual person. So like, you know, if there's pictures, you know, like that need to be put in, for example, I was like, you know, please add pictures. But I've had lots of different types of note takers, and they're all different, and because I haven't received notes from her yet, I can't answer that. But I just said to her, my ADHD brain makes everything difficult, and since her son's currently going through it, which I felt really good, because I was asked, you know, I was talking about ADHD coaches and whatnot, and she's like, oh, he doesn't even have a medical team yet. And I was like, well, if he needs one, here's all my information. So I just sent it to her, all the specialists I see, which she was very grateful about. But I mean, in all honesty, they've made printing free on campus. Unbelievable. It's been,
What?
I know, right? Like it's
Oh my
always
God.
been like 10, 20 cents a piece of paper, and it's just now free.
Oh
So
my gosh.
we obviously have the learning objectives for each week.
Please receive my email and drop off all of these things I need. No, just
Feel free. I said so.
I
I like, because you know me, I'm so old school. I need my folders, yeah?
You do like a piece of paper. I'm gonna be honest. I know that you like pieces of paper.
Look at this.
There's booklets and binding and, you know,
There's
crazy things.
so much. And it's like, yes, I understand people might think I'm wasting trees, but like, come on, look at this. Look at how much I've printed already.
You have recycled trees, recycled paper.
This is 3 weeks of notes. Just 3 weeks.
That's a lot, actually.
But I thought I'll just do 3 weeks at a time,
I
because
feel like I've blocked university out of my brain from, you know, experiencing past trauma.
I don't know if I should laugh at that or not.
Mental psychology.
Well, it's people like you that make me like you. I'm living my
remember
best
university
life.
to the point that that I can, and I will just reiterate that so much of the learnings that occur happen later.
Yes, you've said that, and it does make me feel a lot better. Turns out too, though, a lot of the information I think I don't have is actually in there. I just don't always know how to access it, because someone will say something and I'll be like, oh, that's da-da-da, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I knew that, but looks like I did, you know?
Looks like I got there.
So, I mean, I've already got say, I've already got a whole thing of notes, right? For one, this is all very much, like I said, and yes, they'll be going into booklets, because we all know I make them, yeah? But my theory is, there's nothing
Do you have
getting...
your very own binder?
I do.
You don't.
Of course I do. It's right next to me.
Spiral binding?
Can you see it in the corner?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, classy. Oh.
Got it all.
I just had like another flashback to uni and just
I got
went, oh.
all the different sizes for like, yeah. Oh no, I'm hardcore.
I
Like,
know. I recall.
but I love it, and because it's all free now, it's wonderful, because these are like the learning objectives. So I've got like the first.
Why?
Amazing, right? Because
Like, don't complain, but why?
I got an email saying, everyone who's got the student card, who's got money on their student cards, is getting a refund, because people will put money on their cards for printing, and now printing's free. So, and I've printed out, you know me, like I said, very visual. So I've got all the pictures with all the stuff on it, because they'll all be going on my toilet wall because of how much time I spend there. So, but yeah, I don't know, except for my freak out on Tuesday, I'm actually feeling really good.
Remember that you can't put everything on your toilet wall. Like,
Maybe not everything, but I sure can put a lot up there, yeah?
yeah, but should you put a lot up there? It might be more effective to put 1 or 2 things up and then you change them every Monday or something.
Oh, I like that. That's probably wise, yes. Do
Because
weekly
what
at a time.
happens to your brain is that you look at it and then you look at it a number of times and eventually you stop looking at it. It just becomes, quote, part of the furniture.
I know. Okay, I like that one. I can do that.
But don't make it hard. Like, don't make it another task to do.
Oh, no. This is stuff that makes it easier for me. Believe you me. Because as much as I love the excuse of my brain memory doesn't work, it's bullshit. It works just fine if I do the right I'm meant to.
Like, imagine how many people have, teenage kids who still have the times tables on their bathroom wall because they don't even see it anymore. It just becomes.
Oh, I know. My house is covered. You know that. I write everything on the flipping wall, yeah? So, yeah, I'm aware.
And your good enough is good enough. You've forgotten it's there. You don't even see it anymore.
It's massive. Oh, I see it. It's huge. But no, you're right. Like lots of I'm definitely better at connecting to everything's okay. And like I had a moment where I was real anxious about something, and I was lying on my bed, wanting to relax, and I was anxious, and then it just hit me. I was like, I'm going to be lying here watching what I'm watching regardless. So being anxious about something I have no idea or can't control, and in that moment, it was the first real explicit time I can remember being able to truly lift myself out of it and put myself in a completely different frame of mind. And it was honestly like magic. I was like, if I can figure out how to do this more and more often and help other people, it would be life-changing. And yeah, so I mean, with the whole work thing, like knowing I don't need them is one thing. I don't know what I'm going to say because obviously I have no idea what he's going to say. He's in a good mood.
Well, this is a meeting to talk about the feedback email from the thing, yeah?
Yeah, but the workshop, yeah.
And he's back from Spain or wherever he was.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
Like he sent me, like he's fine. He's like, please make an appointment. We need to talk about this face to face. He's like, but he was nice. He's like, looking forward to seeing you. And I was like, did you take any photos? He's like, yeah, hundreds. And he sent me through like, I don't even know, like 24 pictures. So like, I mean, there's nothing bad. I just, you know me. So I don't know.
Weird.
No, I don't know. I'll see how it goes, I guess. But
I mean, well, don't you go into the meeting and I think your points are valid and your points are still there. He does need to talk to you about it face to face. One of the biggest frustrations for you is that he didn't.
Well, one of the fucking biggest frustrations is he sent it on a social media app or WhatsApp or whatever it is, and it didn't make any sense because he gave me feedback based on my future career, not on what I did. So yeah, but I'll figure it out. I do have something though I wanted to mention before we run out of time. I realised yesterday something that I've only fully realised. So I'm reading another one of those 4 dummy books. Got so many started. This one is critical thinking, right? And yesterday in class, I need to learn. I'm trying to learn to be the best version of me.
Don't read them all at once, Olivia.
I've got heaps of them started, right? So anyway, yesterday we're in class and we were broken into these 5 different groups. We had to do these tasks, right? And one of the tasks was fake. And then we had to go around the group and figure out which was fake. Now, I only realized last night as I was drifting off to sleep that in the moment, I clearly didn't critically think at all. I don't personally think I did any thinking at all, because when I look back at the task, and there's lots of them, we don't have time to go into them, our task, group 3, had to draw a circle that was 8.5 centimeters in diameter, and then go through this list of 10 questions, choosing from, 1 to 5, had to work out all this stuff. And then the aim of the goal was which test the groups had done was fake. And I went with the eating lemons one was the fake one. Most of us went with that, but it was last night I realized, oh my God, one of my flaws that I've had, and I've had for years, and it's not a flaw that matters to me anyway, is that I cannot, for the love of God, judge depth or width or lengths. So if someone says to me it's 100 meters there, I truly in my head don't know how long that is, and it's always been like that, so I'm okay with that. But this whole group thing we did is being able to gauge, drawing a circle to 8.5 centimeters, like, does it correlate with the 5 personality traits? So, the agreeableness, extroversioness, openness, neurotics, and the other one that I can't think of, conscientiousness, right? So in my moment, and again, I only realized this last night, I should have been able to realize, I feel, that someone like myself who just sucks at that stuff on every level and always has, why wasn't I able to compute in my brain? Well, then obviously it doesn't correlate, because I know I'm high on all of those, like I know where I stand in the personality thing. And I guess my point is, I didn't critically think about it. I went with what sounded the one that didn't make the most sense. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and I guess my point is, I'm now seeing throughout my history that for so many different things that involve in class, whatever we do, I'm not there mentally, totally. It's like my brain sort of just off with the theories, and then a few hours later shit clicks in, and I'm like, well, clicking in now, however many hours later, doesn't help me. And
Yeah, it does. You're still thinking about it.
yeah, but do you know, like, I just feel like if I had have thought about, hold on, Liv, you know you suck with this shit, you know you can't gauge stuff like this, and I've never been able to, so again, I'm not complaining about that. So why in the moment couldn't I figure it out? And I obviously was our team leader, because let's face it, I'm the one person in the class that put my hand up to, yes, being extremely extrovert, you know. The teacher was like, who's an extreme extrovert? And I was like, only one. Yeah. Anyway, and half the team and I were like, could be us, could be the lemons, could be whatever. And I don't know, looking back, I feel like A, I didn't critically think about it, and B, I potentially may have overrode the other students in the fact that I didn't hear them out.
I see.
So now it's like, how do I fix that? Because I don't want to be that person. And last night I fell asleep thinking, I'm never volunteering to be the leader again. Which I just can't imagine will happen. No, I know.
Right. Okay. So how do you do that? You listen when people talk to you.
Yes, listen.
This is a short answer. Like, here you go. Therapy tip number 1,000. Yeah, you listen. Yeah. I think the thing is that in this moment, it's not that you weren't critically thinking, it's that you weren't listening. You know, that's
that could be
critical
it.
thinking, like, I don't know the task, I don't know the situation, like whatever.
Not listening sounds of, yeah.
The issue is that you feeling now like you've invalidated the experience of the others. If the meek one in the corner, because there's always that one too, says, oh,
there was two of them in our group that did that, and I can fully see it in my head now and go, yeah, no, I didn't listen. You're 100% right.
And then they go, you know, if they get the confidence to say, then that might be all they can do. Yeah.
See, that's the thing, because none of them wanted to talk in front of the class. Now, we're all aware that I'm happy to talk in front of everyone, yeah?
And you have to be appropriately reflective of all the group members.
Yeah, I know.
You have to be the speaker for the group, not just for
and that's what I fucked up on. But yeah, okay, now that makes sense, because I could have said, oh, we're half-half. We're thinking it could be us. We're thinking it could be the lemon group. But I didn't. And I couldn't get any of them to jump in and talk with me. They just kept looking at me.
In the moment, did you listen to what they had to say? So when the kid went, you know, I assume they're kids, like that's really judgmental.
Yeah, I'm the oldest person in the thing, yeah.
If the quiet one in the corner said, and put their hand up or something, like just a little gesture.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Go, what do you think?
No, I didn't.
And then stop and listen. So that's a lesson that you can take away. You when you say, okay, you say, what do you think, Olivia? What do you think, Jack? What do you think this? Oh, you know, you haven't said anything, Bob.
Yeah, okay, I'm hearing you.
Part of leadership is about including the ones that are hesitant to do it. So how do we drag them kicking and screaming into giving the opinion in the little group so that, I mean, at least they can have a forum in a small area, because they're never going to volunteer for the big one.
Because that's where I was getting stuck. None of them wanted to talk to the class except me, and I was like, I don't know how to answer all of this, but now that I'm talking to you, yeah, no, I did not listen properly. So that's something I've been working on.
The lesson is, how do I ask people and then listen to what they have to say?
Wish I could get that tattooed on me somewhere, like all these really important things. I just need to get them to stick.
You can't tattoo all the important things in life onto your body. Your body's not big enough.
Oh, I know. Running out of room.
No space for pretty tattoos.
I need
all these scripting.
I know. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, that definitely helps me. So that's good because I was, like I said,
Not listening.
all of it felt fine until last night. And it was last night, I was half asleep. I was like, huh, I now see what I did. But I guess the win is that I actually am aware of what I've done, yeah? And now I'm working on it.
So then let's critically analyze the situation. What would you do differently? What can you learn?
I would go around each member in the group and ask them their thought and why they got to that thought.
Or if they're
thank God
willing to give you their thought as well, because they might not feel comfortable. Some people just don't want to participate, and that's okay
See,
too.
I'm really good at getting people to talk. I have an ability to get others to talk because of the way that I am. But you're right, my flaw is where it comes in with the listening. Especially because
if you went around the room and somebody said, "Oh no, I don't want to do it," you'd try, but eventually you have to listen to their request of saying no.
I just don't really remember ever coming across someone that I've had to try too hard because people just tell me shit. But yeah, no, my biggest talking's never been an issue. Getting other people to talk, I'm very good at that. It's the listening, and the same with the interrupting. Like, I'm very aware, so I'm very much trying never to interrupt. But yeah, now it's making sense.
So when you have a thought, what happens is you get really excited and you want to get it out. So you'll interrupt someone, or the meek ones will be talking, and you'll go, yeah, but, and then you'll and sort of override what they have to say.
Basically, exactly.
And then they're not going to have the guts to do it again. Well, guts isn't the right word.
No, I hear what you're saying.
They're not going to start again. They're not going to go, yes, but did you consider this? They'll just go, oh, okay, and that's it. Then they'll back down. So for you, it's going to be about, instead of then just do this. And that way you know that you want to go next.
Yeah, good point. Because on the online stuff, I have to remember the hand thing. Okay, I like that. Okay, good.
Because somebody will say something, and then you'll go.
Yeah, good. I have to.
That can be also interrupting, so you have to be mindful of it. Like, find a way. But for video, I'm trying to show you. Or you hold it in yourself. Like, you don't have to in front of people. You can just do it to yourself and just be like,
yeah, no, I like that.
And hold it like one.
No, I'm hearing you.
That's 1 point I want to make, or, whatever. So, find a way of remembering for yourself. That's what I want to talk about, but hold until they stop. Hold.
Yes, no, I'm hearing you. And I do think I'm getting better at that part, but it's the group listening, and I'm very seeing it from a different perspective now. So main thing is that I'm aware.
Dynamics are part of what you're learning in social psychology.
I'm doing personality psychology, which is interesting. But yeah, like, we had to go around and pick 3 words to describe us. Mine were talkative, intense, and high energy. And the teacher's like, right, so I'll be coming to you for everything. I'm like, man, I like to talk, man. These are the words people use to describe me.
What are the words other people used that you think would have had a hard time with that challenge?
Oh, I do override people. I am opinionated, and I'm loud.
So what about the kids in the class that had a hard time answering the teacher's request for 3?
Oh, some of them really did. Some of them couldn't even come up with 3. I was like, these are just 3 off the top of my head, man. Like, yeah.
So imagine how hard it is when you're in a group with somebody like you who's so confident with that.
Good point, because I'm very confident when I'm talking, even if what I'm saying is wrong. So, go figure. Lots for me to think about.
You've got a lot of people with neurodivergence. You've got a lot of people with mental health stuff. You've got a lot of people with their own lives and their own experiences, and they're going to change how they interact with others.
Yes, okay.
Everybody's experiences are as valid as everybody else's.
Absolutely, of course they are. That's why I share stuff, because I know I'm one of how many billions of people going through crap. But
8.6 billion, yeah, it's a lot.
Did you see that moron, fucking Elon, whatever it is, saying that we're underpopulated? He's got 9 or 10 children now. It's like, dude, give it a rest.
Elon Musk, doesn't he only have that one with that's name's confusing?
He's got like
with
9.
That singer?
He's got triplets, twins. The singer you're talking about, he's got 2 with them. He had twins.
Oh, was there people before? How old do you reckon?
So many people. Oh, full literally, I got no idea, but he literally put something out on Twitter saying the world is underpopulated, and everyone's like, you were the dumbest man ever. How was he, like, literally the richest person in the world? But yeah.
He has an amazing company that does really well. That's how he gets money.
Yeah, I'm sure all of that is true. I'm talking about
Something
this
about
underpopulation stuff. Well, thankfully,
I know.
there's people like me who are just like, no, I'm good. No children, thank you. I'm happy. But yeah, but I'm feeling...
I don't know that, it doesn't have to be 0 or 9. It goes somewhere in the middle.
No, God, no. I'm never having children.
Not you,
idea
but,
of them.
0 or 9 are not the only options.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, no. Oh, gosh. Hey, when does group therapy start for the second time? Or have I been missed again?
The provisionals actually start on Monday. So they're going to review what are they going to do? They're going to review the group program, and then they're going to initiate contact with all the clients and schedule it in. Because they're going to be responsible for primary running it, and we're going to just support them from a side because they're last placement master students, so they have to.
So will I be listed and they possibly get contacted, or you don't know?
Yeah.
Because I would like to be put on that. Yeah, on the list.
Yeah, you're on the list. So yeah, they're going to do that Monday. They start Monday, so there's orientation. I don't know if they'll actually call on Monday, but with the move, it's probably most likely going to be like the second week of August.
Awesome.
And then I've got a week off. I need to change one of your appointments.
I don't know when they are at the moment, so I'd just get what's her name to email it to me if you want.
Okay.
Just easier. That's all good.
Because I forget when it is actually also.
No, that's cool.
But that's okay.
They're just...
We'll get there.
Yeah, that's all good. But since I literally film everything and do therapy for myself in that sense in between, so now I'm on day 197 today.
Wow.
I've posted over 475 videos or something.
Do you have a maximum amount that you're allowed?
No.
Like your subscriptions or something?
No, I just need to get to 1,000 to start getting money for them. But it's not the be end of all end, you know what I mean? It's not the purpose of the videos. The purpose of the videos are the purpose I'm using them for, and they're working, and that's the main thing.
I know, but they also are a lot of work, so.
They are, and I always forget that until people remind me. And they're like, you must put, like, I've had my website open for 1.5 years, and I've got 430 pages. Not 430 stories, but 430 odd pages of stories in the last 1.5 years.
We do a lot of things in our clinic we do for the love and not for the money. But also we have families and responsibilities, and we require electricity.
Like I said, my videos and my channel isn't for the purpose of money, but if I get to 1,000, it would be nice too, so.
And in that, there's an element of validation for the work that you are doing and the impact that it does make for people. So, yes.
True. Well, I'm glad I'm awake enough now because I really feel bad for my dog.
I do think Boss needs a walk.
Yeah, I'm going to...
It's going to rain because it's probably coming your way. So, get your butt going.
I'm literally going to go and walk him as soon as we're finished, and I've put this up. So, this can upload while I'm away walking. So, yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And
I'll for me.
Yes, yeah. Just send the email through. Have a lovely rest of the day, all right?
Thanks, you too. See you soon, Liv.
Bye.
Bye.
As always, I've learned heaps. I really, really need to learn to be a better listener, but that's been at one of the top of my list of things to get better at for a long time. So I'm working on it. But as I've just said, I really need to upload this video and then walk my dog. Happy Thursday, everyone.